enemies, but King George wouldn't set them free, so they fought a revolution, the American Revolution. Oh, we the people here decree, we've the right to life and liberty. We're all created equally in America, and we're going to live here happily in America.
Hi, my name's Diane. You're currently watching the Just Kidding Around show. Thanks so much for joining us. I have a new guest this week. Her name's Kylie. Hi, Kylie.
Hello.
And as I said, she has never been on our show before, so we're thrilled to have you.
I'm thrilled to be here.
Great. We're going to look in the camera and say hi, give a shout out to somebody out there.
My mother, hi. She's watching this from the
Hi,
other
Mom.
room.
That's right. Mother's Day soon.
Yeah.
So, and hi to the kids at Lydia Hawk and South Bay. Well, I met Kylie at the Arts Walk, and she was at one of the businesses, local businesses down in Capitol, and she had out her table, and I was so curious about what she was doing. And Kylie has a reason for what you've done. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. I'm doing this all for my senior project. I actually did the presentation today, and it's a high school graduation requirement. We actually have a whole book on what we need to do.
Oh.
And it tells us the whole 9 yards, you know? I mean, I have table of contents, it's so big.
Okay. So now let's back up for home viewers that might not know this, that all high school seniors in the state of Washington, is that right? Mm-hmm. Since the year of, we're not sure.
Oh, probably way back.
It's been a while, at least 2 years. No, much longer than that. But they have to complete a senior project. What happens if you don't do one?
You don't graduate.
So it's that important. And it's sort of a way, is it sort of a way to transition you into the real world, would I say?
That's part of it. It's really to gain a new skill. That was my category for this. You can do all sorts of different things. It's to find a skill that you can bring into your daily life outside of high school.
Okay. Okay. So, and what did you do? You started a business, is that right?
That was the outcome of it, I guess. I was doing this as kind of a hobby before, just playing around with clay, because I'm really artsy. I love drawing and photography, and I mean, the list goes on. And I thought, hey, wouldn't it be a good idea if I made a website for this and tried to make some extra money? And I started putting it towards a college fund.
Okay.
And I just, ended up with this project, and I made my own website. I did a whole series of different events. So I did both Arts Walks, the fall and the spring. And
and you did a television show too.
Yeah, there we go.
That's kind of cool to top the whole thing off. Okay, I bet not many kids did a television show for their senior project.
I don't think so.
Okay, and so what are the actual requirements for the project?
Well, we have to start off with a rough draft of a proposal.
Okay.
So we have to find ourselves a teacher or an advisor somewhere in the school
to sponsor you or something?
Kind of in a way. It's
or mentor or something? Okay.
And they tell you when things need to be due, what keep you on track. And so I had she's a health teacher at the school, actually, and I'm her TA, and she's my favorite teacher and forever and ever. And so I was like, oh my gosh, you need to be my advisor. And so you start with that and you write them your draft proposal. And then once you do that, you have to do the final draft proposal, and you tell them exactly what you're going to be doing, how many hours you put into it, how much money you're probably going to make, and how much money you're going to have to spend.
Does everybody have to make money on their project?
No. But if it includes a business side of it and you are going to make money, you have to add that
a budget.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after that, you actually have to keep track in a little journal. All right. And so you'd write down, say, April 4th of what year I updated my website today.
Okay.
And so instead of writing down, I tried that and I lost my journal.
Oh no!
So I went all tech savvy since I used my YouTube as part of my resources. That's another thing. You have to have 5 resources of things that were research and promotion and that sort of thing.
And this isn't just Capital High. It is Capital, right?
No, I'm
Olympia. I'm sorry.
Capital does it too, though.
Boy, I said a bad word. edit. I'm so sorry. So this isn't just for, okay.
Yeah.
This would be the requirement for any high school, what you're telling me.
I think
pretty
ours is a
much.
little more strict. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Capital and Olympias are the most strict because when I was at my first high school that I went to as a freshman, I actually transitioned into this school later of my freshman year. They didn't have as many requirements.
Really? I would think it'd be a statewide. I would think it would be a statewide. So this is published by your school district, not by the state? Mm-hmm. Okay. I would think that something like that would be a state. But then again, we have different tests, you know, in different districts. Plus, we have a statewide test, you know. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I should have looked at that before the show. Okay. So you get a sponsor. You have to have 5 sources, you said?
Yes.
5 sources.
And you
have a
write your
journal.
And then, so
And your
I
want to go back. Your sources were what? A website, a YouTube account? What else?
I got myself a Facebook for my website.
Okay.
And then, what else did I use?
You're missing 2.
Yeah, I know. Darn.
You did a television show.
There we go. I'll add that as one. And then I also used Google. Just Google Images. You know, I would go in and be like, Palmer Clay charm ideas.
Okay.
And, you know, I'd come up with some new cupcake designs or a really cool cat or something.
Okay.
And I'd be like, oh, I want to make that. So then I would figure out how to make it.
Okay. Okay. And today was actually the day of your presentation. And what was that like to do your presentation?
Oh my gosh, you walk in there and, you know, the only teacher I knew was Mr. Isley, and the only reason I know him is because he is the wrestling coach. And I was at all the wrestling games because I'm a cheerleader. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I knew some of these teachers. It would be so much easier. And my mom was in there, so that kind of helped. But you go in there and you're trying to set up and they're asking you questions while you're setting up because you just don't have all that much time. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get all this done while they're all talking to me at the same time. And then once you get into it, you just kind of start talking and it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
And they're all staring
Do they have like a whole, 20 kids they see in one day or something?
Yeah. They have quite a few.
So you're sort of in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was actually my advisor's daughter had been in right before me in the same room, and then she was like, "Oh, good luck!" And so I went in there, and I think I did fine.
Good. I'm sure you did. Are you given a grade, or is it pass-fail?
It's pass-fail.
Okay.
And I mean, they give you a percentage of like what you did wrong, so you can work on it. But it's pass-fail.
It's like a rubric or something.
Yeah.
You know what a rubric is?
Yeah. There's one in here actually. I think.
Rubric. Okay.
Probably somewhere. I know there is.
Yeah, I should have looked through the book and marked it a little bit before we get started, because I'm sure there are things in there I would have questions about. Did you use the library very much?
No,
Really?
There's, scoring rubric. I know it's in here.
There's your rubric. And there's a lot of your own writing in there. Okay.
Yeah. This
and the
was
rubric
like
is 1 to 4.
So this was my proposal that I was talking about.
Okay, so a lot of what's in there is actually your proposal.
I mean, I had to get my mom's signature, and then this is my...
I would hope your mom would sign it.
Yeah, she was very supportive with this. And, but
that'd be pretty bad if your mom wouldn't sign it and she lives with you.
Yeah, this is what they would grade us on.
Budget, project scope, document content, grammatical conventions, word processing conventions.
And they would just circle, and then we don't get to see it. And so they would either circle redo 3 or 4. Ooh. And so then they give it to our advisor, and then the advisor shows it to us whenever they get them back. And So you just have to sit here and wait until they decide to
Yeah.
score it.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's neat. So let's get to the project. May I just grab one of these?
Go for it.
I'm going to see how well our cameramen are. I know they're the best. I'm going to go for this little guy. The show before yours, we had these huge, large carvings of Indian mass. So I'm going to hold this guy up and see if they can get it so far. And let's talk about this. This is a little cupcake, and it's on, oh, there it is. Can we get it even closer? No? Okay. So there's a cupcake, and it has, oh, I better hold him still. And on this cupcake, there's this little silver thing back here, which is a lobster claw, I would call that.
Yep, a lobster claw.
Okay, I wonder if I could turn that a little bit so you can see there it is. There's the lobster claw. And you made this. What did you make this cupcake out of?
Polymer clay. It's an oven curable clay, which basically means I stick it in the oven and it eventually hardens after 15 minutes.
All right. And do you design these first, or do you just start forming them with your hands?
I go right into it. I don't have to really design. Some of them, I picture it in my head before I start doing it. But this, for cupcakes, I just start rolling the clay in, like a snake is the technique that it's called. You just roll it into the little snake, and then you twirl it around with the other color, and then you twirl it again for the cupcake shape.
Cupcakes are sure the in thing, too.
When
my niece got married, she said she was going to have cupcakes at her wedding. And we thought, oh, that's kind of, but now we're realizing just how in. Yeah. And the cupcakes she had were very spectacular, too. They weren't like cupcakes when I was a kid. But anyway, so you make this, and how long did it take, did you say, for it to dry?
Well, in the oven, it bakes at 275 for 15 minutes.
Okay. And then you take it out, and that's when you put the little lobster claw on?
Yes.
So how do you get in there if it's baked and hard?
Because I put the eye pin in, you can see there's a little tiny metal dot at the bottom.
Okay.
And so it's a little stick. I have them in here, what they look like beforehand. They look like this. And of course it's going to be a pain and not want to come out. So this is what I'd stick in the clay when it's soft.
Okay.
And I mean, that's tiny, but... And it has that at the bottom. That way it won't go through the clay and you can pull it straight out.
Oh, so you're attaching this to that?
I stick it
so
through
it's
the clay.
in there right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And that's what that little tiny...
oh, and then you loop it around and clip it or something? Or?
Yes. And I have
finding,
this is called a finding, and I have these little pliers, and all I have to do is...
Oh, okay. All right. So that's in there to stay. That's not going anywhere.
No.
No.
I mean, if you really tugged on it, I guess.
And then what would you do with this?
I can put them on necklaces, and like I have...
Is that why this necklace is here?
Yes. And that's there's
put it on there.
a
so you can
Game.
interchange them. Oh, Hunger Games. Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was the Hunger Games Mockingjay. I haven't read the books,
and
lots of people are angry at me for that, but I made them so they would be happy.
There you go. So that's what these are. This is a business that you have, and you sell these on internet?
The internet and in person at craft fairs and events.
Okay. See, we can't advertise here, but I can talk about your business process. So we can't really say how much, but they could go to your website or something. Yeah. And you've got, what gives you these ideas? Like, I love this one with the little octopus on it. I think they have your website maybe even up. So they go there for more information, right? And this little octopus on the heart is absolutely precious. That is an octopus, right?
It's up to the eye of the beholder, I guess. It could be a jellyfish or an octopus.
I guess it could be.
I aimed for it to be an octopus, and it kind of turned out to look like a jellyfish. So I'm glad you thought it was an octopus, actually.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what? How many legs does an octopus have?
8. So that's why
I've heard none. They have no legs. They have 8 arms. This is what current research says, is that they used to say they were legs, but now they're finding out that octopi, they can actually open jars and pull themselves up on things. And they use what we used to think were legs actually as arms. It's amazing. If something's in a jar and they want it, they'll twist it open. So this is what I've heard, that they change it. But, you know, whatever. They might change it tomorrow. So they have 8 arms. So I love his little 8 arms. Very cute. And somebody would wear this as a necklace. What else could they do with this?
I put a lot of them onto keychains. So you could put them on like your key ring. You can put them on a backpack for a child. Okay. I also use them as cell phone charms.
Oh, how cute.
You can get like a little cell phone strap that's just like a loop of fabric. And on a lot of phones, there's a little tiny bar that sticks out and 2 holes that go through.
Yes.
And you can tie them through there and the little charm will hang off your phone.
And this little guy, he's set up differently. Isn't he or not?
Yes, he would be more for a necklace or a keychain.
You know what? Have you ever thought about making, this would be a darling chess piece or a checkers if you make complete set. Have you ever thought of doing that?
No, that's a good idea though.
The rabbit and I don't know, and a clock or something, you know. For
Alice in Wonderland themed chess.
I don't know, you never know. So, and this one's a little, look at this one for people that like hot dogs. Have you ever heard of pink slime? I just learned about it myself a little while ago. Some guys at the studio told me, and I thought they were kidding. But I think that's what hot dogs are made out of, pink slime.
Pink slime?
Yeah, it's some kind of a weird thing that they put in our food nowadays. Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Anyway, he's adorable with the mustard and everything on them. Now, what's your most popular of all these, or is the most popular probably gone?
The most popular would be the mushrooms. People in downtown Olympia love mushrooms.
Really?
Yeah.
Mushroom. Do they eat them? Like, get high, or because
I
they're
don't
healthy?
know. I hope not.
Oh, that's so pretty in your hand, and it's showing all of the pink. Do what? You want this out of the way? I couldn't. I'm sorry. Somebody does. This is adorable too. How did you get that to stick on there? That's the same polymer clay?
No, the white part is actually silicone, which you would find like caulking around your bathtub and window fixtures.
You know what? I don't know if that picture is showing that, but that has so much glitter on it. So many little girls would love that. It's like a little princess box or something to put their stickers in, or
I put
money?
Charms in it. I actually have one that I keep change in.
Oh, that's so darling. And how did you do at the art walk?
I did good, actually. Good. Yeah, I did better at the second one than I did on the first one, and I think it was location. And I had
location. Don't
I put that in my essay.
Yeah, I can't mention the name of the store, but I go shopping there a lot. I like that store. Yeah. And they even had, I think, 3 artists in there this year. I don't know how they fit them in.
The owners are so nice.
Yeah, they're from New York.
Yeah, that's what she told me.
Yeah, she's from New York. And okay, is this mold? What is this?
Yeah, this is a mold. Sometimes I don't want to make all of these by hand. It's fun to, if you find a piece of jewelry that I like, I'll press it into a mold and it turns out to be like this.
How smart is that? Oh, thank you. Such great camera work there. So then you made this first. And this is made out of the...
I bought this mold from another girl that makes them. But
that makes mold? And what's this mold made out of?
This brand of mold putty is called Easy Mold Putty. I use Amazing Mold Putty, which is actually yellow and not purple. And so it's basically 2 jars of different components. And you mix them together, and you have like 3 minutes to mix them together. Okay. And then you press a jewelry piece into it, or whatever you find that you like.
So clever.
And then after 20 minutes it dries and you can put the clay inside of it and it comes out with
very clever. And then you're making, then you're ready to make your checkers.
Yeah,
you know, the checkers. Can I see the top of this? And this is, it has little donuts and yummy things on there and frosting. And is that the same ingredient as you had there?
Mm-hmm. And this one also has puffy paint around the sides, which is a fabric paint to make it look like drizzled frosting.
And you just think this up yourself?
Yeah, it's a Japanese styled craft called deco denning.
Okay.
And they do it on everything. I do too, actually.
Right.
I have it, like my candles, the screw on and off lids of my candles.
Oh, I don't remember seeing the candles. And by the way, how is your website doing? I didn't ask you that when we were talking about it.
My website has been doing so much better after Arts Walk and after I made it into the Olympia Powers and Light.
Oh, we got to get that on because we only have 5 more minutes. Tell me about this, Olympia Power. I don't even know what this is.
This is a newspaper that's just downtown Olympia.
Oh.
It's I guess I should say it's all around Olympia, and it's just in local businesses and things. They carry it, and for Arts Walk,
free?
Yes.
Okay, could you show us where you are in here?
I'm towards the back is where the features are. And they had a drawing of people
is this you right down here?
Yep.
Oh, it's not you, it's your work.
It's my work and then my little who I am. And it's saying I'm a junior and this is my senior project.
Oh, so they featured people and they only featured these 6 out of the whole art walk? And they're like 80 or 90 people?
Whoever entered into the drawing and I just happened to be picked, so.
I won something at the Arts Walk.
Oh, did you?
A free foot massage.
What was her name? Because it might have been.
Her name's Diane.
Oh, that's funny.
I know, I thought so too. She's called me twice. I got to answer her call. So yeah, I got a free foot massage. Can't beat that. So I like this little guy too. Do you have a favorite here?
Either that one.
Little cookie, is that what it is?
I love that cookie.
Okay.
And then I love these. I don't know why I like these so much, but
it's a Christian cross.
And they're
Looks
kind of
like
popular
it's out of
right now.
ivory. Oh, what a close-up. And I'm going to go sideways a little bit. What is that stone in the middle?
It's just a rhinestone I got at Michael's. And
So you can get it at any craft store. We're not allowed to mention stores. So any craft store. It's okay.
You can get them at a lot of craft stores.
Yeah, a lot of craft stores has. If I gave you a certain stone, could you make a cross for me and put that stone in there? Mm-hmm. You would do that for me?
I have different colors. I can make the cross different colors.
Okay. I'm sorry. It'll look prettier on you.
They're
it's
my
gorgeous
favorite.
on you.
I make jade ones with pearls in the middle instead. And I think those are my
jade,
favorite.
so like the cross would be jade with pearl. Oh, I'll have to see those. So we're going to be wrapping up here. Is there anything you want to talk about? I'm very impressed that you were in this paper, Olympia Power and Light.
It was really fun. It really made people, when they came up to my booth, they're like, oh, I saw you in the paper, and that's how I know this is your senior project. I'm so proud that you're doing it a year before. You're ahead.
Wait a minute. You're a what?
I'm a junior. And
you're going to be a senior next year? Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh. You did your senior project, and you didn't even have to do it till next year? Oh, wow. You're impressive.
I got it done ahead of the time so I could have more free.
So you're going to have a wild senior year.
I don't know about that. I have extra classes I have to take.
Okay. What a smart thing to do. So if you're a junior out there or you know a junior, you could do it ahead of time. Mm-hmm. I guess I never thought to ask that question. I assumed you were a senior.
Nope.
Wow.
I could pull off being a senior. I'm the age of most of them. So.
Are you pretty industrious normally in everything you do, in all your endeavors? Do you think that your public school education helps you with this business?
That was one of the questions I was asked in my presentation, and my answer to that is definitely yes.
And how's that?
The way that Olympia High School runs, I can't deal with inconsistency when it comes to teachers. I really need a consistent pushing me forward, but not this is what you need to do.
Not too much, yeah.
I like that they're just so artsy and they let you express yourself, and that's what this did for me. And it's just like, you have to be passionate about something that you're doing.
Right.
And you can't do that without push, you know.
What about like math courses and fundamental courses that kids are taught? Do you think that helped?
It helped me with the money. That way, when I'm counting it back, I don't make a mistake and be like, here's an extra $1, or here's 2 minus that you actually need. I'm stealing your money now.
Yeah.
It just saves you quite a bit.
Okay, all right. So, and then the grammar probably helped you when you were writing your
essays and stuff. I have the proposal
Your
and the
essays,
reflective.
but also a website. We don't want to see websites with misspelling. Well, thank you. I thought we were going to do a little project, but you know what? The camera guys are telling us to wrap it up. So I'm going to thank you for coming on the air very much, and for trusting me. I kind of picked her up at the Art Walk, sort of in a weird way.
Like, oh, okay.
I'm glad you trusted me that I didn't look like some kind of a
the
weirdo.
thing was that you came back and you were like, here's my card.
Otherwise you wouldn't have trusted me. All right. I want to thank John Amos. He's our cameraman, our excellent cameraman that's been running camera 2, and Jim Elder, who's been getting our little close-ups of right there, of our little charms. They're pretty little, but they're adorable. Thank you very much to Tom Dubuque, and I hear we have a new person in there running the music, so thanks, Mom.
My mom just got a new job.
Yeah, that's her project. That's her senior project. So thank you. Tune in again sometime to the Just Getting Around show. Bye, Mr. Feeney. Bye.
We the people here decree we've the right to life and liberty. We're all created equally in America, and we're going to live here happily in America. Our founding fathers crossed the seas and built the new world colonies. But King George wouldn't set them free, so they fought a revolution, the American Revolution. Oh, we the people here decree we've the right to life and liberty. We're all created equally in America, and we're going to live here happily in America. The English army came in boats. It was buckskin versus bright red coats. Then the Yankees won.